Hello and welcome to Sisters of Defiance, nourished by Ancient and Brave with me, Anita Rani. Welcome. What a privilege to have you here watching or listening to this podcast that I've created to sit down and have meaningful and uplifting and powerful conversations with women who have broken the rules, who when life gives them lemons probably make gin and tonics. Not my next guest, however, because she doesn't drink. I have been wanting to interview this woman for ages, the comedian Fatiha El-Ghorri. She is piss funny. Can I say that? Yes, I can. She is so naturally funny, genuinely defiant. She is a hijab-wearing East London Muslim Moroccan woman who is doing stand-up comedy, which means she is one of one in a landscape that is really different to her, and she holds her own. And I have watched her from afar in admiration about how she's unapologetically herself. This conversation is funny. It's also really deep. We discover really who Fatiha is, and she's seriously one of the most impressive women I've had the privilege of meeting, and her skin is gorgeous. So sit back and enjoy the brilliant Fatiha El-Ghorri. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
I have been wanting to meet you and have you sat in front of me to have a conversation with you for so long.
Girl, same.
I think you're amazing.
Thank you.
I've just been watching you from afar for a while, and so thank you for taking the time out, although I know you're a local lass.
Yes, I am. We are now neighbours, girlfriend.
Good. So let's do some hanging out.
Yes.
Yeah.
But same, you've been on TV forever. You're a UK legend. I mean, honestly, if you're on TV forever, that means it's good. That means you're booked and busy and blessed.
I've got to that point where people with their daughters are like, say hello to Auntie. I'm like, no,
yeah,
please no. So this is Sisters of Defiance, and I am really appreciative that you've taken the time out of your really busy schedule, and I know how busy you are at the minute. You've got a lot going on to come here. But also the people who are listening to us as well, because people don't have time.
Yes.
And so they have chosen to spend an hour with me and you. So I always like to do this thing, if it's okay with you,
sure,
is where we just do a deep breath together, just to kind of get us into the space. Yeah? Is that your kind of thing?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, then let's do it. Deep breath.
Ready?
Yeah. Whew. Yeah.
It's nice, isn't it?
It is.
It really slows you down. It's nice.
Are you someone who's quite measured, chill personality, or are you someone who takes their time with things? Do you find space for yourself to have a breath?
No.
I didn't think so. I thought I sort of knew the answer to that.
I think, as you know, with this industry, and I'm sure people will understand, when you're self-employed, which is what we are, you have to, it's either feast or famine, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's either you're sitting at home going, oh, where is my next job? Or you're going, oh my God, I've got this on Friday, this on Tuesday, this on Tuesday morning, this on Tuesday afternoon, this on Tuesday night.
Yeah.
So you're all over the place. So I just work.
And I think that is also freelance, but also when there's only one of you in the space.
Yes.
You're so hyper aware that if you just don't do it now, it might never come again.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly.
So how are you today? How are you feeling?
I am okay, but I'm having, because I'm in menopause.
Yes.
Maybe I've passed it, I don't know, because I had my operation and I had endometrial cancer. So I had my womb and ovaries removed, and I can't have HRT because of the type of cancer that I had. So, and it was nearly a year ago, it's coming up to a year now. And I've been on supplements and vitamins to try and replace those hormones, which is really hard. The hormones that are missing. And sometimes I have these episodes, I would call them menopause episodes. I don't know. Where everything hurts. I just don't feel myself. I know it's the menopause. So I'm having one of those episodes. I mean, when I say episodes, it's not it doesn't happen for a few hours or anything but it'll be like weeks, and it starts, sometimes it can start gradually, sometimes it can kick in really suddenly.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at now.
Whatever you need. right? If you need to stop,
Thank you.
pause, whatever. We are, gosh, I was grateful that you'd come to say and said yes to the podcast anyway, because I know what you've been through. I know you've had a really tough year with your health. But now I'm even more like, wow, that you actually said yes to come. Oh gosh, I've got so much to ask you about, but let's just start because you've brought it up. So like, what does that do? What did that do to you when you got that diagnosis? Can you tell us about the last year? What happened?
That was crazy. They caught it off. It wasn't, I didn't go to the doctor with anything.
Yeah.
Basically, the doctor called me and said, can you come in? You know, when they ask you to come in to do like, are you smoking? Are you drinking? Weight, height, all that kind of...
health check.
Yes, exactly. So a urine test and all that. So they asked me to come in and do that. And I went, and it was with a nurse. And then she said to me, when did you last get your period? And I said, I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I haven't had proper period since I was 18. And whenever I go to the doctor with saying, you know, I'm not getting my periods properly, they always say, you need to lose weight. That is their go-to.
Yeah.
Anything, I can go and go, my nails are fungal, and they'll go, oh, you need to lose weight. Honestly.
No,
I swear to everything you tell, you know, that's the first thing they say. So I stopped, after a little while, I stopped going and telling them and stuff. But I've always had my smears.
Yeah.
I've never had any issues with my smears. Everything's always come back clear. I might have had like a infection or something and they've had to test it again after 6 months or something like that. But I've never missed my smears. Always had them, always clear. So that was that. And then that was like summer last year. Yeah, and then I went, and then that was the summer, and then I got COVID towards the end of the year. But then I had all these like complications, like kept on getting chest infections. So I was going to the doctors constantly and being put on this antibiotic and that and this and that. And then I saw my GP, and he goes to me, oh, Fatiha, it says on here that you don't get your periods. And I said, yeah. And he goes, well, tell me about that. I said, there's nothing to tell you. Like every time I come, you're always telling me I need to lose weight. So there's nothing to tell you. And he's like, well, it's a bit concerning. Let's check it.
Yeah.
And it was that they caught it on.
Thank God for that GP.
Yeah. Thank God for that. Thank God. They caught it, and it came up in the scan, and then I had to have loads of tests. I had a biopsy, and I had an MRI where they put dye in you. And then, so I had one of those. It was clear. The MRI and the biopsy was clear, but there was something showing on the scan. So initially they said to me, look, as a precaution, we would recommend that you have a hysterectomy. And I said, he goes, we won't know until you have the hysterectomy, whether it's cancer or not. But it's as a precaution, you should do it.
That's a big, big thing to say to a woman.
Yeah.
You know, and then what a dilemma, or not. I don't know. How was it for you?
So for me, I was like, okay, get it out.
Yeah.
But my mum was like, yeah, but what, they're not sure. And some of my friends as well were like, but they're not, you know, are you sure? And well, okay. And because I wanted to take my ovaries out too. And my friends were like, no, keep them. Because I knew if it was cancer, they'd have to go back in.
Yes.
Or I'd need chemo or something like that. And I was like,
your
I'm not,
body.
Exactly. And I'm not doing that again.
No.
But once I made the decision, everyone was fine, but obviously scared. It's really difficult when you're having to like tell people that you love that this, you know, you might have cancer, you've got cancer, it's you know, this disease, because you can't cry in that moment. You have to console them. So it's really difficult. You're like, it's really hard. You take a back seat for your own feelings, you know? So
you'd hope it was the other way around.
Yes.
But not all families are like that.
No.
So, you know,
no.
But
yeah. It's hard. It's scary because they're scared.
Yes, of course.
Do you know what I mean? Not just family, friends as well.
Yeah.
They're scared. They love you. They don't want to see
How
harm
did you
come
feel?
to you. Trying to console them.
No, just
like
because you know, it's you going through it.
Scared. I was so scared. I was crying. I had to do a will. I had to do all these things, give my passwords to people and like people that I trusted, my family and things like that, in case anything happened, sort out like financial stuff that I'd never done. I don't even have anything to do a will, but you just had to do it just in case.
What did that do to your outlook on life? Having to confront death like that?
Yeah, it was, I don't know, I leaned on my faith a lot. because I was like, there's nothing I can do. If this is my time, it's my time. There is nothing I can do.
Yeah.
I just wanted comfort. And someone like to console me and just to be like, it's going to be okay. We're here no matter what happens. We don't know what's going to happen, but we're here for you now. And I remember getting, when you're telling people about the diagnosis and they're like, hopefully it's nothing. And I'm like, well, they can see something on the scan.
Yeah.
It was just so dismissive.
Yeah.
And I know people don't know how to react in those situations.
But I agree. And most people don't, but also there are cultural things going on there as well. Communities who don't want to face up to the reality of what's going on.
Or telling a man is very difficult.
Telling a man.
They are like, what? Because it was more, I wasn't finding it within my family that were saying, well, it might be nothing. Well, my mum did. She was like, are you sure? And things like that. And I guess because they're in denial as well, because they're scared. They don't want to, they're like, God, I might lose my child or my sister or my, whatever. But I just found people, like friend circles and things that were just like, if it's nothing, it'll be nothing. I had to have that too. And it came back negative. I had a scare. I'm like, okay, but this isn't helping. I don't know. And they think it's reassuring. And maybe I've been guilty of maybe doing that to people as well in the past when they've come to me with news like that. So now I just try to hold that moment for the person. Just be like, I'm really sorry this is happening. I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
I don't know how to fix this. I'm scared because I love you.
Yeah.
But just know that I'm here. And a hug can fix so much. So that's what I would say. If you know someone that's struggling with this or anything, with like cancer or anything, just, hug.
And apart from the fact that you are right now going through an episode, which is to do with, could be the menopause, and not being able to take HRT, although not all women take HRT, but are you okay? Like, how is your health?
Yeah, okay. With minus the episode, okay.
Good.
Yeah.
But what a year you have had. This is going to go out after the BAFTAs, but you are BAFTA as of today, BAFTA nominated.
Yeah.
All right. So listen, I want to hear your story. This whole podcast is about finding out women's stories or the key moments in their lives through their acts of rebellion. Mm-hmm. So Fatiha, your first act of defiance, that moment in your life where something in your gut made you behave in a way that maybe you didn't think you had in you or wasn't expected of you. Like, take me back.
So I think my first ever act of defiance, and I would say it's what you just said in the sense that I didn't think I had it in me, was divorce, getting divorced the first time. I've been married and divorced twice because I like it.
Fun!
I like ruining people's lives. But yeah.
I'm going to steal that line.
That's what I say on stage. I'm like, because I like it, guys.
Very good.
But I think, because I think with the divorce, so it was an arranged marriage, but not a forced one.
Yeah.
In the same way, people hear arranged marriage and they just jump to such massive conclusions. I'm like, bloody hell, are you Greg Rutherford? Because you've just jumped like 30 meters. Like, do you know what?
I know exactly what you mean because I feel like, I'm obviously, I understand what you meant when you said arranged marriage, but you have to put it into context for everybody else.
Exactly. So it's where families...
I was not a child bride.
No.
I was not forced.
Exactly.
Okay, but yes.
I didn't do it for money or anything like that. It was just, or status or whatever. It was, their family had a son similar, and he was 10 years or 11 years older than me. I was 23 at the time. And so you'd think he'd know better, but here we are. So they were like, oh, we have a son and we want our son to get married. You've got a daughter, you're a good family. Can we meet them up and see if anything happens, and stuff like that. And that's how it happened. And I don't know, man, I just knew he wasn't the one.
Straight away.
But I went along with it. I was just like, okay.
Why?
I don't know. I think, honestly, deep down, I think I didn't love myself and I didn't have enough self-esteem. I'll be honest with you, I still don't love myself, but I respect myself.
Very good.
So that's why I don't take no bullshit. I don't take no nonsense. I don't suffer fools. I don't take prisoners.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know.
I can relate to that whole kind of finding compassion for yourself. It's really hard. I'm on my journey for that. But why do you think that is? Where is that? Why didn't you love yourself?
I think a lot of things. I think being born and bred in London, I always felt like a second-class citizen. I was born at a time where we had BNP and like National Front, and you know, people were getting beaten up, and my brother being one of them because of the colour of their skin. And that I remember the racists used to get their dog to shit out a door every day for 10 years. That happened. And you call the police and they go, there's nothing we can do. We can have a word, but there's nothing, but that might make it worse.
Every day for 10 years, you'd have a dog shit on your doorstep.
Yeah, twice. They'd do it before we went home, before we went to school, it would be there. Then my mum would come back and clean it. Then she'd come to collect us. We'd come back and it would be there again.
Yeah.
And we knew who it was and you just couldn't do anything, you know? So maybe there's a bit of that feeling of not really the sense of belonging. And also like when, you know, being a Londoner, this is my country.
Correct.
You know, this is my home. And I think, but people tell me it's not, and that I'll never be English. And I'm like, no, I'm not English, I'm British. And my ethnicity, because I always think English is an ethnicity and British is a nationality.
Yeah, I see myself as British.
Yeah.
It's very hard for me. Even it's interesting, isn't it? Because the Scottish other would always say we're Scottish.
Yes.
Welsh and something else would always say we're Welsh.
Yes.
But if you're born in England, it's very hard to say we're English.
Yes.
But that's not, I don't think that's coming from us. I think that's put on us. And also it's okay.
Yeah, exactly. You identify as you want.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't tell me who I am. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So always feeling like them telling you you're not, you know, this is not your country, you don't belong here. And then going to Morocco, visiting extended family. I've got some siblings there as well. And then people there saying to you, you're not Moroccan because you wasn't born here. I'm like, oh my God, where do I go?
Yeah.
So there's always, you know, feeling you don't have a place.
Yeah.
You know?
Ages ago, I interviewed the brilliant Nadia Hussain, and she said something along the lines of, it's really nice. She's happy to live in the grey, not the black or the white. Just we inhabit the grey. Yeah. I think it gives us a lot of freedom to be able to move. And this idea that you have to feel that, like, what does it mean to belong? And it's such a big question, isn't it, about identity? But you know, and I know that we are British.
Exactly.
Yeah, and everyone knows.
And I guarantee you I've contributed so much more to my country than these little pricks in the comments going back home, deport.
Do you get a lot of that?
Tons. Have a look at some of the posts.
Do you know what? I actually know you get a lot of that.
Read the comments and you see. Don't reply to any of them.
No,
but
don't.
See. Yeah.
You cannot because they're waiting for it.
Yeah.
Do you ever think of coming off?
No.
Yeah.
I think, no. We know what I have thought of, though, getting a private detective and ruining that person's life. That's what I have thought of doing.
Yeah. Of course you're not going to come off because you're defiant, because we are defiant women and we hold our space and we hold our ground and we support you. That's what we do. So you realised that you're in this marriage. You knew it wasn't right.
Yes.
And when did you realise that it was time to get out? And how did that go down? So
I tried to break up 3 times, split up with him. And I think it was actually the 3rd time that I was like, this is it. I just caught him cheating. And I was like, and I knew he was doing it before, and he was a drunk and abusive in more than one sense. So, and I caught him cheating, and then that was it. I was like, I can't do this anymore because I'm starting to suffer. It's costing me myself. And I was like, I just can't do this. And I knew it would be problematic because our families were related by marriage. So I knew it was going to cause a massive bust up, and it did.
Did you have any support? Where did you get where does that courage come from?
I don't know. I think I just had enough. And I was like, this is it. You know, sometimes when sometimes they say runners, when they're running and they're doing the marathon or any kind of running, long distance, whatever, and then they get to that, there's a runner's peak kind of thing. They get to this thing where they feel like they're going to die, and then they come out the other side and they're like, and they have all this energy and life, and they're like, there's the end, I'm going there. And that is what happened. I come
Enough.
out, something just went.
You're in a goddess, something went, rah.
Yeah.
I
think it was, sorry to cut you off, I think it was like, it was probably happening subconsciously.
Yeah.
And then I think it just came to the conscience. And then I was like, bruv, I'm out. And that was it. Never looked back.
Good for you.
He tried so much. And I was like, no, no, and no. And I learned all these different languages to learn how to say no.
Come on then.
Exactly. Exactly.
And you were young still.
Yes. So when I got married, I was 23. And when I got divorced, I was 28.
Baby.
5 years. Yeah.
So well done. I think you've got to back yourself. It's simple when you realise, and you kind of, I don't know, I felt that I was diminishing. And when you feel because I know I know who I am somewhere.
Yes.
And then you realise you've got to back yourself.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, what's the point? What are you doing this for? For who?
Exactly.
So then your big act of defiance. What was the moment that things really changed for you, changed the game for you?
So I think the big life-changing moment in my life, I think after my second divorce, I was looking on a website for walking classes, like not walking groups in my area. And then a pop-up came up. You don't get pop-ups no more. But now I know you get those cookie pop-ups. But before, do you remember you used to get all these pop-ups going, buy this, buy that. And you're like, oh my God, like flooding your screen. And and then a pop-up came up and it was like, oh, try stand-up comedy. And I said, all right. And I've done it. And then that's it. Like I just, yeah.
Where did you always want to try it? I mean, you must have known you're funny because you're just funny. You're just.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, were you the funny kid? You're one of 13, aren't you?
Yes.
You're number 12 of 13. I mean, do you have to be funny in that kind of setup to get yourself heard?
I don't know. There's such a Moroccan sense of humour is like great. We're always taking the piss out of each other and laughing. There's always some like problem going on. There's always something drama. I remember once my older sister said to me, go and distract Dad. And I did. And then she went under the table and painted his toenails. And we got like, when he caught us, whoosh, and stuff, like we just do. My sister once hung my brother out of the window. And like my mum she was like, my mum's coming back from the shop, just seeing my brother hanging out the window. And my sister just leaning on his legs, eating a tangerine. My mum was like, I'm going to kill you. Because they were arguing about something. And she told him to relax. And
because to me, stand-up comedy to me is like, and I'm kind of front-facing, public facing. That's what I do for a living. But the idea of standing on stage and being like funny or, revealing stories of yourself. I love the idea of it because it's so brilliant.
Yes.
But absolutely petrifying. But you just thought, I'll give it a go.
Yeah, I was petrified. I'd done it.
Why did you want to try it?
I don't know. Just something in me was like, okay. I don't know. I really have a real belief, and my faith teaches me this. If something is meant for you, it will never miss you.
Yeah. And
it will find a way. They were meant to catch my cancer, and look at how they caught it. I got COVID. Yeah. He saw the writing. Then he told me to go and have the scan, and they caught it. So,
so you saw the pop-up.
Yes.
And you went and did?
It was a course.
Yeah.
So the course, nothing can teach you how to be funny. You either are or you ain't. But it teaches you like confidence, helps you build a network within the stand-up community, helps you meet other comedians and stuff like that. And then at the end of the course, they teach you kind of like joke writing techniques, but I haven't used any of them like ever. And and then I just started doing it and I loved it. I loved like the camaraderie in the green room, like everyone's nervous, people are trying new jokes, everyone, people coming back and going, oh my God, there's a guy on the third row that's like really feisty or rude or keeps on shouting out. I've spoken to this woman, she said this, just to let you know if you want to talk to her and stuff like that. And I just enjoyed that. Everyone panic, everyone doing their day jobs and then coming back,
For the same buzz.
Yeah.
That, to get that laugh.
Yeah.
I like the idea of the camaraderie.
Yeah.
Is it a bit of a boys' club still?
100,000,000,000%. It's a boys' club. It's very, what's the word? Like, I didn't go to Oxford. I didn't go to Cambridge.
I think it's quite elitist.
Not from footlights. Yeah. Absolutely.
Still?
Absolutely. It absolutely is still like that.
What do they make of you?
I don't know. I don't care.
That's the right answer. How did you fit in then? How did you make yourself get into that space?
I was just like, this is what I want to do. And like, I get a lot of like Muslim women messaging me going, oh, Fatiha, I want to do comedy as well, but I don't want to do it in pubs. I'm like, well, then you can't do it.
Yeah.
Because that's where you have to start. You have to start from the bottom.
I'm so glad you exist on so many levels, right? And also, I absolutely love how you will blow people's minds based on whatever their binary perception of a Muslim woman is, right? Like on so many levels, like, yeah, it's great. And actually, I'm going to tell you a story that's just come to mind. Years ago, it was I'll tell you what it was. It's the first ever item I did for the One Show. I used to do roving reporting for the One Show, like, I don't know how many years ago when I was starting out. And I got a phone call saying, the One Show want you to do a piece about forced marriages and they want you to go up to a charity in the Midlands, Karma Nirvana, which is a very good charity that help women get out of terrible situations. And I actually initially was going to say no because I was like, what? They just wanted me to be forced marriage correspondent. But then I thought, you know what? I can do a good job here. And I went to this refuge centre, to the charity, and there was this girl there, Fatiha, you will know, like she'd escaped her forced marriage. She was in a terrible situation. She was she was in a shalwar kameez, and she had never even got on a train on her own before she had to leave this marriage. Anyway, she wanted to be a stand-up comic, is the point I want to make. She was funny. I just wanted to be a stand-up comic. And I just think, I wonder if she ever did it.
Yeah.
And I bet if you'd existed back then, she probably would have thought, I can do it. And she's never left me, that girl. Because I just think, yeah, what you probably could be a brilliant stand-up comic, but I don't know, your situation is so different. So anyway, I digress just to tell you a little story.
No, that's beautiful. I hope she sees this and reaches out or something. But it's see these people that stay with you forever, and and it's important what you say, because this is why people don't understand why representation is important. Because representation? What we see on the street in our normal everyday life, why are we not seeing that on the screen?
Why?
And hearing it, why we're not? This is what we should be. We can't just like make stories that we're comfortable with, or look at people that, I don't know, that are like you. It's good to see everybody that's different. That's what breeds tolerance and cohesion, learning. This is how you learn about other people, rather than sitting in your dingy little room reading like some fake stories. You hear some mad stories that people think Muslims do, or what they're like, or how they act. And I'm like, when that came out of your mouth, did you not think that was insane?
Yeah.
Like, how can you think that is real? I've had some mad stuff, crazy.
So you are doing so well. So you go to your big act of Defiance, you take the comedy course. Now you find a community, even though you are, you know, a rare gem in an ocean of posh white men, all kind of finding each other really funny. But then, you know, you're kind of exposed as well. You've put yourself out there. So how do you seem really resilient, but, you know, I don't know. How did you cope with being in a new environment and having to be, like, now a Muslim woman exposed to all the nonsense that comes with that?
Yeah. Oh, it's tough. Because, you know, I feel like, because I'm different, I think loads of people that are different, this is probably the case, I only have one chance. Like, you know, like, I see comedy as a job, a job that I love and enjoy. So I want to do well in it, and I work really, really hard in it. When you have a job, sometimes you have good days and bad days. I can't always get afforded a luxury of a bad day. If somebody sees me do stand up and it's not good, they'll be like, "Oh, Muslim women are shit. Women are not funny.
Yeah.
Fat women are not funny. Ethnic women are not funny."
Yeah, all of that is on your shoulders.
Exactly.
Yes.
All of that pressure and everything is on my head, on my shoulders, everywhere.
Yeah.
So it's difficult. It's hard. I have to be tough because people want to take the piss. You know, the amount of times I've been on stage and people are like, "Oh," and stuff, and I call them out. I won't even do 20 minutes comedy.
Did you hear it?
Yeah. Some guy, I remember once coming to stage and this guy was like, "Get your tits out." I was like, "Is that what your mum does?" I destroyed him. I was like, "You want to play games? 20 minutes. I'm going to cuss you out now." And stuff like that. So you get things like that. Yeah, I'm telling you.
So that's the difference, right? I had Emma Greed in this chair. Do you know Emma Greed?
No.
Okay, she's basically from Plaistow.
Okay.
Girl done good. Went to America. Long story short, she's worth like $1 bazillion squillion. She's basically the business partner of Kim Kardashian.
Oh, wow.
Did Skims, right? Yeah, I'm going to give you her book. I'm going to pass it on to you. You can read her book. And I said to her, what gives you the edge, and I think this about most working class people when you enter a space, what gives you the edge is that people don't know what you've had to see and do and live through to get there. And actually, you could take someone down probably because, I don't know, you just understand something about life that other people don't.
I've got street.
You've got street. Basically, what I'm trying to say is you've got, exactly.
I'm street smart.
Yes.
I grew up in the hood. I know what it is to struggle. I know what it feels. And I grew up like living in the hostel. After my first divorce, I lived in a women's shelter for 4 years. So like, I know what struggle is. I've seen the bottom of the barrel. Like I've seen it before that and more so during that time.
So after your divorce, you lived in a hostel for 4 years?
Yeah.
Because your family did not?
Yeah, just my family. There was just a lot of, because we were intertwined.
Yeah.
And I just had to leave everything and everyone. I just left with the shirt on my back.
That was
it.
How was that? How were those 4 years?
Awful. I saw some horrific things. I saw the way homeless women get treated, especially sex workers, addicts, especially. I think it was tough. I just saw some terrible things. But there were times we had really good community and like women sticking together and helping each other, you know. But you had to it was a bit like prison. You really had, not that I've been, but you just had to have your wits about you. It's very easy. I see lots of girls that came in there, because anyone can be homeless at any time. Yeah. It's the line between life and death is the same between homeless and home.
I totally agree with you. We could slip through the cracks at any moment. I'm of that belief, for sure. So nobody should think that you are any better than anyone because it could be you. Mm-hmm. That's my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And a lot of those women, some of them might be because they were late on their rent. They're not necessarily, people think homeless people are all got addictions. And no, some people, it's not that. It could be, it's other things. Maybe the problems with their rent. They could be fleeing from a partner.
Yep.
They could be fleeing from something, anyone. They could be, some of them have just come out of prison and then been put in these places so they don't have a home anyway.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And things like that. And people don't know that. But we did at times have community, but you have to be careful because I've seen girls come in for different reasons, non-addiction, that don't have any addictions, and then within 3-4 weeks they're addicted and they're on the streets and they're selling themselves to try to make money and things like that. It's tough, man. This is what I'm saying. You have to be really on it, like to make sure that you stay, because it's very easy. It's so hopeless. It's so hopeless and so hard, and so there's nothing. It's just so hard. So it's easy to go down that route of going in without an addiction and then picking one up because you're to survive.
Yeah, and you're vulnerable and you're desperate and who knows, all of those things. Anything could happen at any time.
It's so hard even to see like a doctor. The hostel I was in was right next to like a normal GP, and they wouldn't book and they wouldn't let anyone from the hostel go there. And instead we had to go to this other GP where you just had to walk in. You didn't make appointments. You had to walk in. Because I get it. Some people that are homeless with addictions, they can be quite chaotic. Their life's quite chaotic. I get it. So they end up missing lots of appointments and stuff. And then other people miss out too. I get it. But it was tough, things like that, difficult to see a doctor, all that kind of thing.
So you spent 4 years.
Yeah.
And that, as you say, has given you a view on life and a perspective that most people don't have. Wow, Fatiha.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. No, it's a lot. But actually, whilst you're telling me that, I am seeing, now I realise your power, because I've felt your power through the bits I've seen of you. And now you're sitting in front of me sharing this story. I'm like, yeah, you're a powerful woman.
Thank you.
Because of this. I know it's a lot to carry. Does that make sense to you? Yeah. So then stand up. So you could take down a heckler.
Yeah. Easy, 10 seconds.
What did you say to that? Get your tits out. Is that what your mum does?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I know. I'm like, who are you talking to? I am not one of these people here, like, about, did you get your tits out? You lost your mind. So I have to tell him about himself.
I am so happy to tell you that Sisters of Defiance has partnered with Ancient and Brave. Not just partnered with, nourished by them. They're a female-founded, mission-driven wellness brand that creates collagen, supplements and blends for your whole body health. And I don't know about you, but the older I'm getting, the more important it is for me to have energy. So my non-negotiable daily rituals for a while have been taking their magnesium, ashwagandha and collagen, because just like me, Ancient and Brave believe in helping build strong, brave women. On top of all of that, there are B Corps and proud members of 1% for the Planet, which means 1% of their profits go towards environmental causes. And because here at Sisters of Defiance, we like to keep you informed, at the end of the podcast, you'll be able to hear the last offering where I talk to Joe and Jenna, who have been with Ancient and Brave from the very beginning. Experts who really know their stuff. So you lucky lot, to get 20% off your first 3 orders, a free ritual scoop and an additional £5 off your first order, all you need to do is type in our code SISTERS at the checkout. So head to ancientandbrave.earth/planet. Okay, so you're working your ass off, you've found comedy, you work hard. I like this because you have to. You cannot slip up. When you say you work hard, like writing, and then tell me about your work ethic.
So I've got my work ethic. I see it. So doing comedy, I see it like I said, I see it as a job. And when people come to watch you, they are your client. You have paid money. Therefore, I need to provide a service to you. That's how I see it. So for me, you have to have a good time. It's really important. You have to have a good time. It's not about me. This ain't self-indulgent and things like that. I know you want to know about me as the audience, and I'll tell you, I'll share myself with you, not as much as I feel comfortable. But people don't get it. They think let me just talk about nonsense. I'm like, what are you saying up there? Like, do you know what I mean?
I know
it's really indulgent for some people, and I'm not about that.
You're a true artist.
I hope so.
Me and my mates were having this conversation just the other night, but we were having it about musicians, and we were saying there's the difference between a true artist who gets on stage to give the audience something, right? Because like Prince or Bruce Springsteen or En Vogue, who I saw at Glastonbury, I mean, nailed it. Like that is what you do. And then there's the bands who I don't even need to name. And you're like, oh, you just indulge. It's nothing about, it's all about you.
Yes.
I'm like, what is that?
Exactly.
So yes, I love that. That you are there to give people a good time.
Yeah, it's important for me.
And that takes work.
That takes a lot of work. I write my material. I don't care if people hear me saying the same joke 20 times. I don't give a shit. I wrote it. I will say it as much as I want. And if you don't like it, don't come. Do you know what I mean? I'm not here to please you. I'm here. Well, that's a kind of contradiction.
No. I know what you mean. All comedians have a routine, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. And it takes a long, it looks easy because we're good at it. Do you know what I'm saying? And it takes ages to work up a proper joke and things like that. It takes time. But
God, what's one of your best?
I think,
Go
my
on,
best
something
joke.
that you've written where you're like, Jesus, I'm good. Or not Jesus.
Yeah, Allah, I'm great.
Allah, I'm so good. Yeah.
I don't, what, so one of the, I like, so I say, North African Arab parents, they never ever tell you they love you. You know, they just feed you and feed you and feed you. And if it wasn't obvious, I'm the favourite.
Hey.
So, and I like that because it's like, it's poking fun at like a little bit of my culture as well as like my size.
Yeah.
Not poking fun at my size, but like, because people want...
You're being self-deprecating, aren't you? Yeah. Just, but yeah, it's...
Because you have to address these things. But honestly, once I was at a gig, this was years when I first started. The guy don't do comedy. I ain't seen him since then, but I used to see him a few times. And he was this really tall guy. And I think he was like Swedish or something, honestly. And he used to go out and do comedy, and he used to be like, why are these people not responding? And I'm like, because you haven't addressed the fact that you have a fucking accent. You can't just go out there and start like, do you know, that's why I have to always address my hijab within the first like minute or two.
Yeah.
Otherwise, because they're like, is she a character act? I'm like, no, bitch. Why would I pick this? If I was going to be a character, I'd be like Tina Turner or something. Do you know what I mean? I'm like,
is she a character?
I'm telling
why
you.
have I picked this?
I'm like, why would I? Like, it's the things people think. So you've got to address that on stage.
That's very good instinct.
I'm always, you know, like I like to see the audience before I go out, just to see, like I used to do a joke where I used to mention Malala, and a lot of the young people didn't know who she was. I'm like, you need to go back to school. I'm calling Keir Starmer because you lot need to know what is going on in education, you know, and stuff like that. So there's some jokes you have to change. People might not get. I've got London-centric jokes. When I go out of London, I have different versions of them, you know, because you don't want to like... For me, I want everyone to enjoy it, no matter who you are in the audience. So it's important for me that everyone has a good time. Yeah. So
I remember the first time I spotted you, and it was a clip of you. It was ages ago. It was on the Asian Network actually, and it was during Ramadan. And you were in conversation with a few other people, and you just went, is it halal or haram to have sex during Ramadan? I was like, who is this woman? I mean, I'm paraphrasing. That probably wasn't what you said, but it was something like, can I have sex during Ramadan? I was like, I love this woman. Like, very good. That tickled me. So, you know, you're out there, you've put yourself out there, you're doing great, but you have also lived a lot has happened in your life. So what is the cost of all this defiance? You know, you've left one marriage, you left a second marriage, which we haven't spoken about. You know, so that's two. Like you say, you like it, you enjoy it.
I like destroying people's lives. Just divorce is just my thing.
Putting yourself out there, getting a lot of nonsense on social media. What's the cost of all of this?
Oh, the cost of all this.
Yeah, what toll does it take?
It's really lonely doing this job. You work a lot. People that they're not self-employed do not understand the pressures of being self-employed. If your friends text you, the ones that have 9 to 5s and then you don't respond, then they start going on a mad one. I'm like, bruv, I've just done 3 recordings. Do you get that as well?
Why are you not here? Why can you not turn up? I'm like,
I'm filming. I'm filming, and then after that I'm filming again, and then after that I'm filming something else.
Yeah.
And they just don't get it.
They need to get it though.
Yeah, they need to. If they love you, they do need to understand. But there has to be a compromise. You also have to. I have to like make a better effort as well.
What do people you grew up with? What do your community people think of where you're at and what you're up to and how well you're doing?
Really proud and happy and like, oh my God, like, you know, girl from the estate, oh my God, what's going on? The amount of times I get people in my comments going, I used to be your neighbour and stuff like that. I'm like, don't tell people where I live. And sometimes people see me in my local supermarket and they're like, what are you doing here? I'm like, bruv, I told you I live here. Like, I don't tell people I live in the hood and then when I really live in like Chelsea, why would I do that? Like, and they're like, what are you doing here? I'm like, buying avocado and stuff like that. In it. They're like, wow, okay.
She's done good. So loneliness.
Yeah, it's lonely. It's a lonely industry. You're on your own. You perform on your own. You have to write your material on your... Well, you don't have to write on your own, but
But you said there's a sense of camaraderie kind of in the background.
Yeah.
Because of course, obviously, I can imagine you're all doing the same thing in the buzz that you get. But like, I don't know, what about, there's lots of men, but what about, is there solidarity between the women? Do you get to know people? Do you have your people? Like, or is it just, I mean, you're out there doing your thing on your own?
So there's camaraderie, but there's also jealousy.
Right.
And envy.
Yes.
And so I don't like to talk about anything I'm doing until it's been announced.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you that advice. I'm the same.
Yeah, it's best not to.
Go on, let's interrogate that little trait that we both have.
It's just because people become really jealous, and then it's their problem. It's not me. What do you want me to do? Like not work? Like, would that make you feel better? And I get it. It's normal. We all have envy, but I'm never jealous. Yeah. I might see something and go, oh, I love the way you've painted this. I wish I could paint my house like this. But I'm not going to be like, that Anita.
That pink room.
Yeah, isn't it? How dare you? I'm going to go around there with Banksy and ruin it. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, come, you know, but that's your issue. If you're feeling like that, you need to work that shit out. That's got nothing to do with me. And don't ever bring it to me, because we will fall out. Yeah. Do you know? Because I don't like shit like that. Because I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
And so you need to be happy for me. And if you can't, then we end here. It's done, you know. So there's a lot of jealousy. I don't have a lot of friends on the. I know a lot of people, but I don't have friends. Does that make sense? So speak to everyone. I'm cool with everyone. I don't have a problem unless you want one. I don't have anything like that. I talk to everyone. There isn't, you know, but I just keep my cards very close to my chest.
Yeah. And then we will see when there's something to see and celebrate.
Exactly. Exactly.
Also, you don't have to tell everybody. Because people don't have good intention. And even if they don't mean to be like that.
Yes.
I sort of feel like even if someone doesn't realise that they're jealous, like you don't want that kind of, I'm going to use a sort of Bollywood reference here, but that you know, the side eye, like the auntie is like, why is she wearing that? Yes. Just that kind of pang. It's like, it's all good. Like, it strikes me, you might be similar, but I just don't compare myself to anybody.
Yes.
So it's like, I'm just doing my thing.
Yes. It's best not to, yeah, exactly. That's why I don't watch a lot of stand-up comedy.
Do you not?
No. If my friends
What about when you were growing up?
I used to watch like French and Saunders. I didn't really watch stand-up. French and Saunders. We used to watch Desmond's.
Yes.
The Real
best.
McCoy.
The best.
Proper like wicked family comedy and just great comedy. Only Fools and Horses, things like that. But I never really watched stand-up. I used to watch a little bit of like 8 out of 10 Cats. Yeah. But never really watched anything, to be honest with you. And I don't now, unless it's like a friend's show and they're like, can you, do you want to come? Or I want to go and support them, then I'll go. And I'll always buy my own ticket. Yeah. And never ask people for tickets. If it's sold out, then it's sold out. Then I'll go the next time, or I'll go to a different city or something like that. These people are working as well. Like, you can't be... I get friends like, can I have 10 tickets? Are you fucking mad? Why don't I just give you my bank card and PIN and you go and have a jolly? Do you know what I mean? I'm like, you're taking a fucking piss. Like, do you know how much these bloody rooms cost to rent and shit like that? It's a bloody nightmare.
And you've got avocados to buy.
Exactly.
So loneliness, but I think, I don't know. I the success, does that counteract the loneliness?
Not really.
No.
Yeah, because there's, I live on my own, and you come home and there's not really anyone to share stuff with or anyone to celebrate you. I've got friends, but sometimes they don't always understand the gravity of...
Have you got time for romance?
No.
Would you like some romance?
I would if it came naturally and if it was worth it. I don't play games, man. Oh my God, I'm a bit vicious. I'm like, are you like, do you want to go out or not? All right, I ain't got time to waste. I'm filming 3 things next week. Do you want to go out? Are you free on Tuesday? No, okay, it's over.
I'm like, literally, you haven't got time.
Yeah, it's so busy. It's so busy. If the right person comes along, then yeah, but I'm not looking to mess around or nothing like that. I don't like games. I am on the dating apps, but I'm going to delete them soon.
Oh, really? Why?
And then, because it's just like, I don't know. They just message me and they go, are you that comedian? I'm like, yes.
And?
Yeah, innit? And what? They're like, I think you're funny. Okay, and Like, and it's really, you get that, you know, that starstruck thing as well, where people are like, you know, oh my God, I can't believe I'm talking to you. And
yeah, and also then you have to be that's really weird also, because then it's like, well, what, are they just here to kind of have a little nose around my life?
Yes.
What do they want to know?
Yes.
And like, yeah.
They don't, people, I am so fucking savvy, it is crazy. Ain't no one getting shit from me. I promise you that. You want a nose? Come, bitch, let's nose. Because you ain't going to get nothing. I'm telling you. But yeah, it is. You just, and you don't, you know, obviously for you as well, you're on screen.
Yeah.
That is a version of you that's on screen. Yeah. And then this is a version of you.
Yeah.
And then there's another version of you. These are all, they are you, but they're different versions. And people only see that one version. They think they know you. I'm like, you don't know shit about me. Trust me.
I am so nice to the people though. I'm so.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
What, like, when you're doing like dating and stuff?
No. I'm in a little relationship at the minute, but no. I mean, just like when I meet people, like people who feel they know you from screen,
yes.
I'm like, it's okay.
Yes.
You know, I wrote a book about like my experience being a South Asian woman, and I don't know, I've had like a lot. I don't mind people coming to chat.
No, same. I'm the same. I'll talk to anyone.
I do have a very private life.
Yes.
I think that's really important.
I'm the same as you. There's certain things I won't talk about on screen.
Yeah.
And on stage and things like that, because they're mine.
Yeah.
I'm not ready to share them and things like that. I agree. I'm the same as you. Trust me. I'm that annoying person on the bus that just, I like your bag. Where'd you get your? That's me.
I will talk to anyone, and I love complimenting women. That's my favorite thing.
Same.
But I could not imagine being on a dating app. That is a whole nother world to me. I'm sort of pre all of that.
You're
and
so lucky.
The idea of like, what am I going to say?
Know.
Someone said to me that now men someone said, can you put into get Chat GPT to give a breakdown of who you are? Like, who asks that question? Like, what is that? And who are you talking to?
Yeah.
Are they just tapping into AI and like having conversations with you? Like, it's a very scary world out there.
But I've got little tricks.
Go on.
There's just so many little tricks. I throw things in, like really random things. Like we'll be having a conversation. I'll just be like, something like, I went to Portugal last week. I didn't really, but I'll just say that. And they carry on. They're like, oh my God, that's so cute. Yeah. So I'm like, okay. And then I'll start saying mad shit. I'll be like, I've just shitted in my shoe. And then they're still going, oh my God, that's so cool. Oh my God. Yeah, so and I'm like, okay, this ain't working. So,
I just had a shit in my shoe, mate.
That's what, honestly. And then you see they start to like, change, you know, they don't listen, and then I'm like, okay, I don't need to talk to you anymore, it's done, like you're not responding. And I do that shit over text as well, throw shit in there, random shit, and see if they pick it up. If you said to me I went to Portugal last week, I'll be like, oh my God, how was it?
How was Portugal?
Exactly. I've never been, I'd like to go.
Yeah.
Did you see Ronaldo? Do you know what I'm saying? That's the kind of, not just like chatting.
Lovely. See you later.
Honestly, I've spoken in different languages just to fuck them up, just to see if they're listening or not. And they go, yeah, I've heard of that.
Even on WhatsApp, they're not listening.
Yeah.
There you go.
They're not listening on shit.
Move it on. What is the big Fatiha noise, defiance, disruption still to come? What have we got to look forward to?
So I've extended my tour. So
I don't know when this is going to go out, but let's just say we're in May now, early May.
Yes.
So you're on tour now.
Yes, I'm on tour now.
And extended till June?
Till December.
Oh my God.
Yes.
So you are definitely on tour.
Yep. And I'm going to be in Edinburgh as well, last 2 weeks. I know, it's like,
I want to come and see. I'm going to come and see. I can't wait. And then BAFTA.
Yes, BAFTA in a week.
How do you feel about that? This is the heart of the establishment.
Yeah,
You're nominated for a BAFTA.
Yeah, this is crazy. Like when I got the nomination, I was like, what? And I just threw my phone. I was like, I'm not looking at this. I couldn't believe it. I was like, it's just in shock. These things don't happen to me. I'm like, I've worked so hard. I used to work a 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, and I did comedy 6 nights a week for 8 years. I've done that. For 8 years. And then one day I was doing a gig for someone else, and their manager was there, and they saw me, and they were like, I really like your comedy. What's yours? Just, you know, what do you want to do? Like, what are your aspirations? What what is it? What do you want to do with your career and things like that? And I was like, I just want to be able to do this for as long as I can and just make people laugh and enjoy it. And they enjoy it, I enjoy it. And then 2 years later, he called me again and he goes, look, I really like you and I like where you're going. I like your trajectory. I'd like to manage you. And then started managing me. And then one day he said to me, and it was getting really busy. I was still working 9 to 5 and having to book annual leave to go and film this and film that. It was getting too busy. I couldn't balance them both. It was getting too much. And he said to me, you need to leave your job to do this full time. And I said, I can't because I don't have any safety net, nothing. If I called my mum now and I went, oh, mum, I don't have rent for this month, she'll go, yeah, Fatiha, I'll pray for you. Do you honestly? That's what she would say. She'd probably say, come and live with me. And then I'll be like, no,
exactly.
It's okay. I'll find the rent. I'll sell my shoes. Even though they've got shit in them. I was like, no way. So honestly, so yeah. And then he said to me, you've got to leave. I said, I can't. I don't have any, I don't have, it's me for me. That's it. This is all I have is what you see here. And then he said, he goes, I'm going to put money in your account and you're going to leave. And you're going to give me that money back. I promise you. And he goes, and if it doesn't work, it's okay. You can give it back to me slowly. We've done this on a handshake. Do you know what I mean? And he put a lot of money in my account.
Can we name this person?
It's my manager. His name's Dariel Georges.
He's a G.
He is. He really is.
I actually read this story when I knew you were coming on and I was reading the notes and I read it. It was very early in the morning and I've been working a lot. So I'm quite tired and emotional, but I read that and it brought tears to my eyes. Because it is people like that who support young talent, who spot it and go, I'm going to help you.
Yes.
Because I can see it.
Yes.
Those people are so precious. And when they're supporting artists as well, working class artists, because it's so hard. So Dariel, good man.
Honestly.
How did you react to that?
I was taken aback and I was really refusing it. I was like, no. He's like, Fatiha, I insist, I'm telling you, da-da-da. And then we done it. He done it. And then I remember when we done it, it was like Christmas.
Yeah.
I gave my notice in and I left in January and I gave him the money back in April.
Yes.
So it was so.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. He was, and it only takes one person to believe in you, just one. If one person believes in you and puts their self behind you, you can be anything and be anyone, But you have to work hard. I see for example, in this industry, you see those, quite privileged people, men and women, get into places because their dad is so-and-so and their mum is so-and-so and whatever, but you have to have substance.
Yeah.
You can get to that floor. We can go up to the 20th floor, but do you have the key that opens one of those doors? That is it. You have to have the substance. And I'm glad because of the way I've come up. It's been a fucking struggle. It's been so hard. I have given everything to be where I am now. I got this myself. I'm self-made. Nobody gave me shit, And so I'm happy for that because I learned a lot up the way and I know I've got substance. I've got what it takes. You know what I mean? So I don't give a shit.
I know, not only do I know what you mean, I can feel it. You're making me emotional. Talking to you is making me, because I'm so glad that we've had the opportunity to do this because I cannot wait to see what noise, what roar are you going to come with next? I just can't wait. It's going to be beautiful. I've got a question from a sister. So we get people to get in touch to ask a question to put to us both.
No, I won't marry your brother. Okay, just stop.
Are you sure? Do you not want to find out what this brother's got going on for him? Okay. Will you marry my brother? Or my son? Even worse.
Yeah. That one's worse.
Oh my God. My mum gets a name check, bless her, in every bloody podcast that I do. The boys' family have a fleet of Rolls Royces is something I got told. He rides a motorbike. That was another one. And I went, I'll buy my own Rolls Royce. Okay. Hey, Fatiha and Anita. Hello. And this is from Tina. Something I find really difficult is feeling like I have to translate myself depending on the room I'm in. Okay, this is interesting. Whether that's my background, humour, or how I speak. Fatiha, your voice feels so distinct and unapologetic. Did it take time to get there? Was there a moment where you decided to stop adapting for others? I'd love to know how you both think about belonging versus staying true to who you are. Okay, well, I think it's different for me and you. I see. Go on, tell me what's your answer?
I think
to Tina.
Yeah, it's different for me and you for sure, because I already show myself on the stage. People can see the kind of comedian I am.
Yeah.
On panel shows.
Yeah.
So I'm always out there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Obviously, you have, like, I'm doing something next week where I'm going to meet Prince Charles. Obviously, I'm going to call him bruv.
Yes, please.
But I just wouldn't like swear in front of him. I'm going to go to him. How you doing, Your Royal Highness, bruv? Yeah, what you say?
He'll probably love it. Should love it. Oh, wow.
So, you know, it's about like, you shouldn't have to dim yourself.
Yes.
You be yourself, but just be aware of your surroundings in the sense of, like, I wouldn't start dropping F-bombs in front of the king or something like that. Do you know what I mean? What's that?
But you are who you are.
You are who you are.
You are who you are.
Yeah,
And
you don't have to prove nothing to no one.
Yeah.
Don't ever translate yourself. If they don't get you, it is up to them to say to you, sorry, I didn't understand that, or whatever. You just be you. The main thing is honesty.
Yes.
Be honest to yourself.
Yeah.
Present yourself in the honest way and the person that you are. And they can either take it or leave it.
I completely...
And there'll be people that will like it, and there'll be people that won't. That's not your problem.
No.
If you're liked by everyone, that's a fucking problem.
It is a problem. And also, I'm completely back what you're saying. My thing is that I came up through the ranks. I moved to London in the year 2001, right? So I came from Yorkshire, came bright, bushy tail, thinking everyone sees me as I see myself, like really into music, rucksack, baggy jeans, worked in music, and then realised that actually people don't. And I don't know, I am a master adapter, right? Code switching, which we have learned from day one. And what I realise is actually the more you shave off what you think you need to shave off, it's a trick they pull. Because then at some point you turn around and you realise you're not your authentic self. And actually that's not, you think you're giving them what they want, but actually they don't want that anyway. You might as well just be yourself because at least you're going to have integrity within yourself. Like ultimately you'll never fit in. That's the point I'm trying to make. You're never going to fit in. Even if you try and fit in, you're never going to fit in. So just be yourself.
Exactly.
Be true to yourself. And so doing this podcast, having you here is my way of going, fuck it.
Exactly. Well, it's nice to be with like-minded.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're a warrior. You're a strong woman. You've been through a lot as well.
Yeah. And and just to bring it back to Charles, my moment of actually bringing it all together when I realised I know who I am and I know my power is I was asked to be part of the presenting lineup for the coronation. And I was the only woman. There's a tiny little lineup, really, select group of people. And I decided on that day to wear a sari with Doc Martens because that's Britain.
That's right.
That's right. Thanks, bruv. So we are doing the wisdom of Library of Wisdom.
Okay.
Every woman that comes through into this room leaves something that we put into the library that we can share. So what would you like to leave with us?
So for me, it's going to be a faith-based thing, but it will resonate with a lot of people because they would have heard something similar to this, or if they have a faith or are spiritual, they would have heard this as well. So in Islam, Allah says to us, what's yours will never miss you, even if it's in the core of the earth. And an example I think of that, so there's two sides to this. That's the first bit. And the example I think of that is if you sometimes wanted something so badly and you think, I can never get this. There is no way, there's no chance in hell. And then it comes to you, it finds a way and it comes to you. I remember when I was living in the hostel, it was my birthday one year. And we had a communal area and I went downstairs and I sat in the communal area and everyone has a key worker. And the key worker came past and she was like, Fatiha, are you okay? And I said, yeah. And she goes, what are you doing down there? Because I never used to really do that. And I just said, I'm just getting fresh air. And she said, okay. And I remember the reason why I came down, because I was just so like sad, because I was on my own. It was my birthday and I just wanted a can of Coke. I didn't even have money for to get that kind of stuff. I just wanted a can of Coke and crisp. Like, that's all I wanted for my birthday. I was like, yeah, Allah, if I can have that, it'll be a best birthday, honestly. So she was like, are you sure you're okay? I was like, yeah, sure. And then she went and I was just sitting there. And then like 5 minutes later, she came back and I swear to God, she came with a can of Coke and a bag of popcorn. And I said to her, and I got really angry as to, why are you giving me this? And she was like, I just want to give it to you. I was like, why? And she was like, you just sitting there and I just wanted to give it to you. And I took it upstairs and I was crying, and that was like the best drink and the best popcorn. And it, you know what I mean? It was just like the best thing ever.
Yeah.
So that's an example I always keep in my head of that. And then the second part of that is, what's not meant for you can be on the tip of your tongue and you won't swallow it. If you think sometimes when you're at a restaurant or at home and you're eating something and you're just about to, and it drops.
Yeah.
Sometimes I pick it up again and it drops again and I'm like, oh, it's not meant to be. And look at how close it was to you. And sometimes missing these things, sometimes we want things that are not good for us. So it's okay. And sometimes we don't get things and we moan and we're like, why? And there's a blessing, but you don't see it until further down the line. So that's what I would say. I would say what's yours will never miss you. And sometimes the things that do miss you are a blessing.
This is very good. Very good philosophies, very good faith-based things that we can all live by. And it's nice. It's good.
Yeah.
It's good to sit with that. And I believe in very similar things.
Yeah.
Particularly like the one that, that you could be that close and it just slips. But it could be a blessing in disguise because what's meant it for you.
Yes.
It's very beautiful. Thank you.
Thank
I
you.
like that a lot.
Thank you.
All right. This door, I got that in a vintage, it's a antique from India. It's a portal. It's a magic portal to anywhere. I love to travel. I do a lot of traveling. And I think the older women get, the more we need to travel, right? Especially on our own, because it's like this thing that, it's like a terrifying world out there. And it is. Yes. But actually broadening our horizons, as you know, as somebody who lives in two cultures.
Yes.
Isn't it brilliant?
Yes.
So where would you go if you stepped through there? Where would you be? Who are you with? What are you doing?
If I could go anywhere, right, I would love to go to Switzerland. I know it's like, what? But they have...
no, gorgeous.
They have these trains that you can get on and they go through the mountains.
That's
and
right.
They've got glass roofs.
Yeah.
I want to do that.
Love it.
I want to do that. I love trains. I'd love to go on the Orient Express, but it's fucking expensive.
Yeah.
But I will go on it. I will get you Orient Express. I will come on there with my tagine and turn you into
the Oriental Express.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Do it.
That's what
you need to be in like an Agatha Christie,
Yes.
Murder on the Orient Express. That's
Yes.
where my mind went.
That's one of my favourite films.
I want to see you acting loads more.
Oh, thank you.
Come on, we need to see you on our screen. I love dancing. I just love music, and I like to kind of think it's really good to regulate your body. And so we're building a Sisters of Defiance playlist. What track are you putting on there?
If I was to put a track on there, there's a song that I love. It's called, I think it's called On the Way Up, and it's by Fat Joe, and it's a rap song.
Yeah.
And it's got a lot of expletives. So just to let you know, but that's my favourite song. And the chorus goes, nothing can stop me, I'm on the way up. And I always like to listen to it before a gig because it's quite...
It's your hype song.
Yeah, for sure. I love it.
It's on.
Yeah.
And I love that it's sweary. All right. So we've got to the quick fire questions right at the ends. All right. Here we go. You ready? A rule you will never follow again.
Oh my God, sorry, it's a quick fire. Like when you meet someone and you don't feel it and then someone's like, I'll just give them a chance. No.
Yeah.
Go with your gut.
I have to be fair, though. I say these are quick fire questions. They're actually really long. They're things that you really have to think about. There's nothing quick in here. All right. What should women say no to?
Anything they don't want to do.
The word you'd use to describe your rebellion.
Strength.
Best audience, worst audience.
Oh, best audience. Oh my God, there's so many. The Midlands are always so good. They're so good. Worst audience is, oh God, I can't say.
You don't have to, I don't want to alienate, because you probably have to go back there as well.
Exactly.
So this is why I tread carefully.
Just people that, they come to comedy and I don't know what they expect. They just come and then you're doing jokes and they're like, what is this? And I'm like, it's comedy. And they're like, so it's just like, I don't know what they see a Muslim woman, they just make all these assumptions and think I'm gonna go there and this gonna be like 100% primo. I don't know. Do you want me to sing hymns or something? Like, do you know what I mean? They think it's gonna be that, and then I'm like, oh no. I'm like, literally, go fuck yourself. And then they're like, what? So yeah.
Okay, now Fatiha,
Yes.
I am going to do this. I do it to all my guests. I take little Fatiha,
Yes.
cutie patootie, funny, naughty, bit cheeky.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you have a little chatterbox? And I'm going to put her on your lap.
Yes.
What are you going to whisper in her ear?
Oh, I'm gonna say, I love you. Thank God I haven't got mascara on today. That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say I love you. I think we don't love ourselves enough. You know, like the question you asked me when you were like, what should women say no to? And I said anything they don't want to do. We as women do a lot of things. We say yes to a lot of things that we don't want to do. It's okay to say no. What's yours will never miss you. Say no when you have to. So, yeah, I would say I love you. I get... People have an opinion on me about everything, you know, my body, the way I talk, the fact that this doesn't match whatever perception they have of this, the way I dress, where I'm from, all these kind of things. Everything, opinion, what I eat, how I walk, what I buy in a supermarket. Honestly, I'm like, do you want to see me wipe my bum and all and have an opinion on that?
Well, we know you shit in her shoes. So.
Exactly. So it's important to say, you know, I love you, like you're loved, you know. These people are judging you, but it's okay. Like, there's love. I've got love for you, like, you know?
Yeah. There's a lot of people who have a lot of love for you, me included. Top of the list. Right. I have loved every second of this. Thank you.
Thank you for having me. This is great.
I'm going to come over there and give you a hug.
Yes, come.
You stay. I'm coming.
I don't want to touch the mic because the producer is moody.
Joe and Jenna. Okay, today I want to talk about tenacity. And most of my guests have got to where they are through sheer persistence, hard work, and refusing to give up. But that endurance, it takes its toll.
It's quite interesting, actually. I think tenacity has two different aspects to it. Sometimes it's that bit that nobody sees, isn't it? That we just have to keep going. It's not the bit at the end. It's not the launch of something. It's not that exciting moment. It's that grind that's underneath everything that you do need that sustained energy for. Well, I think there's a difference between grit and maybe hustle, for example. Okay. So, and where I see it is if you look at athletes,
yes,
what they do is they're not saying I'm not going to try and be number one, because they're going to try everything to be number one. But what they know is that they've got to dial in their recovery. They've got to dial in the things that are going to really get them through to those moments. And what we don't tend to do all the time in our culture is really look after those moments. It's just the work, it's the grind. That's the important thing. And that's not quite true all the time. And that's not to say that we haven't all been there ourselves. Like 100% have recognised myself in that. I used to be a teacher before I was a nutritionist, and my goodness, the grind it takes.
I guess I wanted to just discuss the difference between pushing through on adrenaline and cortisol. I feel like I'm very good at that.
Yeah. It's almost like the emergency energy system, right? Which your body can use very well. But it's a little bit different to the mitochondrial energy that might be more like underlying, which we can feed and make sure that we've got, plenty of energy behind that. So supporting our muscle health, making sure we've got the right nutrients in, getting adequate protein every day, all of these things contribute to that underlying energy source.
Yeah. Can I bring in creatine? Can we talk about, because I think people just think of it as something that gym bros use, that builds their muscles. But how is it? How can it be used in the context of what we're talking about, and how is it positive for women? Like, what is it? Tell us a bit about it.
If you're thinking of energy like you're spending currency all the time, so you're spending money all the time on whether that's thinking or doing or moving, what creatine can do is it can just allow you to stock up your savings a little bit more. So you've got a little bit more to spend and a little bit more to go, which can give you more energy to be able to do more things. So in terms of a gym perspective, it can be really helpful. And you can see why it was a gym bro thing for so long, because it did give people better performance, more energy to be able to get the most out of their workouts, which meant building more muscle. But now where the science is going is we're seeing that energy is needed across lots of different systems. So it's helping support us cognitively. It's also helping support the immune system in different ways. And for women who go through different cycles of energy across their cycle, their infradian rhythm, there's different times when creatine can be leaned upon and used in the body. And what we also know is compared to men, women tend to have less creatine stores. So we often have a lot more to gain from supplementing creatine, even more so if you're vegan or vegetarian, because we get creatine often from meat. So there's lots of different ways that we can include creatine, and the creatine supplementation can just top those levels up just to where we need them to be.
Fatiha El-Ghorri, I absolutely love that woman. When someone exceeds your expectations, that was such a beautiful, meaningful conversation. And I hope you took away from it as much as I have taken from it. Like, she has left my heart brimming. What an extraordinary woman, and we cannot see what she does again. She's a true sister of Defiance. Massive thank you to Ancient and Brave for nourishing the podcast, and of course a massive thank you to you, the most important people, the people who are making this podcast what it is, and for being part of the community. Remember to subscribe, to download, and most importantly, tell everyone you know about Sisters of Defiance. Until the next time, take it easy.